Okay, guys, we are going to review the do now. One thing I want to show you that I want to make sure that we're doing is over here we have this little checklist for mole, making sure that we're marking up, that we're organizing, okay? Because those are the two parts of mole that I'm seeing the least, and it is going to cause the most issues. So let's take a look at this first one. We have this expression, and we're looking for which expression is equivalent to the given expression. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to do some simplifying here. And when I'm simplifying this, the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here and I have this area where I need to distribute this negative 0.5, okay? So I'm going to distribute my negative 0.5. I'm going to be left with negative 12y plus 7x. All right, I got this part. So then I'm going to go negative 0.5 times 16. That's going to give me negative 8y, all right, because a negative times a positive. And then another negative times a positive minus 3.5, okay? And still I have some more simplifying that I can do. So I'm going to combine this negative 12y and the negative 8y, and that's going to give me negative 20y, because the negative, when you add another negative, it becomes more negative. So it's like I borrowed $12 and then I borrowed 8 more, okay? And then I'm combined this 7, this positive 7, and I'll use a different shape, okay? And I have this positive, oh, you know what? I can't combine that. Sorry, I have this positive 7x, all right? So I'm going to go plus 7x minus 3.5. And actually, this looks like it's about the simplest I can get. So let's take a look and see if I have something like this up here. So here, this is the, I messed up and I didn't put a negative 20. We know it's not A. Okay, I'm looking at B. I have negative 4y. That would be if somebody added those two negatives incorrectly. Here again, if we added the two negatives incorrectly. And here I have my negative 20y plus 7x plus 3.5. And I have a problem. I have a problem already. And my problem is that it's supposed to be a negative 3.5. So in this case, sadly, I actually don't have a correct answer. Okay, and I checked in with some other people because I know that sometimes I make silly mistakes myself, and we have discovered that there really isn't a correct answer. So my correct answer would be this here with the negative 3.5. So I do have negative 20 plus 7x minus 3.5. And if you're wondering again, that's because when I do that negative 0.5 times positive 7, I'm coming up with a negative 3.5. I don't know why that disappeared. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Mr. Boyce's apartment building has a jacuzzi. The length is 4 2/10 feet. The width is 6 feet. Mr. Boyce wants to rebuild the jacuzzi and increase its dimensions by 30%. What will be the area in feet of the new jacuzzi? Round to the nearest hundredth. Okay. Ooh, I have some stuff going on here that I'm going to have to deal with in this problem. Oops, sorry. Let me get back up there. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and figure out what happens when I do a 30% increase on each dimension, all right? So right here I have 4.2, and then I have 6. And I'm going to increase these dimensions by 30%, which means I'm going to multiply them each by 1.3. This is the classic percent, all right? And when I multiply 4.2 by 1.3, I get 5.46. And when I multiply 6 times 1.3, I get 7.8. And so now I'm left with my area is equal to base times height. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go 5.46 times 7.8, and that is going to give me 42.588, which I'm going to round to 42.59. Okay, so I have here 42.59. All right. Now, to be clear, I have to change the dimensions before I can change the area. So I can't do 4 times 2 times 4.2 times 6, forgive me, 4.2 times 6, and then increase that by 30%. That's not going to work. With area, you have to actually change the dimensions before you can go ahead and get your new area. Let's move on down. Kevin earns $95 a day after taxes at his job, after taxes. He pays $5.75 each day for a round-trip subway ticket. If Kevin works 5 days a week, how much money does he have left for other expenses? Okay, he earns $95 a day after taxes. And what we know that means is that this is what he takes home, okay? So you're going to learn when you guys start working that you're going to get paid a certain amount, but you're not taking all of that home because some of it gets taken out of your check for federal and local taxes. Okay, so he pays $5.75 each day for a round trip subway ticket. If Kevin works 5 days a week, how much money does he have left over for other expenses? So the first thing I need to do, right? So in my key information box here, I think this would be a good idea. I know that he works $95 a day times 5, right? 5 days a week. And I know that he does $5.75 a day times 5. All right, round trip means the way there and the way back is $5.75. And so what I need to do is I need to find this number and then subtract this number from that. All right, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say, and we'll do this part in green, 95, okay, times 5. And that's going to give me 475. And then I need to do, I'm working now with my subway, right? 575 times 5. And that's going to give me 28.75. So now I need to know, hey, how much money does he have left over for his other expenses? So I'm going to go 475, right? That's his weekly earnings, minus 28.75. So that's the weekly travel. Okay. And when I plug that into my calculator, I am going to get $446.25. $446.25. All right, a couple more on this do now. Making sure that you have all of the right answers and that your answers are have the work that mine does, that my answers do, sorry. All right. 5 friends are going to go to a water park. The cost of the entrance is $14 per person. That's going to be important. The friends also want to split the cost of a funnel cake. If F represents the cost of the funnel cake, which expression represents the cost of one friend going to the water park. Okay, so here's my key information box. Okay, so I know that each person to get in is 14 bucks. So I know everybody's paying $14, right? And I know they have this F funnel cake that they're dividing into 5 because they're going to split the funnel cake. So basically, I want something that says they're going to pay $14 plus the funnel cake divided by 5, the cost of the funnel cake divided by 5. So let's see if I have something similar to that over here. Here I have 14 divided by 5 times F. And so that would be if I were going to say it's a $14 and I'm going to divide that by 5 times the cost of the funnel cake, right? Which is not what we're looking for. Here I have actually almost exactly what I put over here. 14 plus F for the funnel cake divided by 5. So I think it's going to be B. Let me just go through and make sure. Here I have F times 5, right? And this would mean if each person was getting a funnel cake. And that's not what's happening. They're all splitting a funnel cake, which does not sound yummy, but okay. Now I have 14 times P plus 5. Now that would be, first of all, it has P and not F, right? And we were told right here to have F. But this would be $14 per person plus just a random 5. And so I'm going to cross that out too. I do think that we were correct in that B is our correct answer. All right, one more, and then we're finished with our do now. We can move on to the lesson. Okie dokie. A bakery makes both cupcakes and cookies. There are 4 bakers and 6 cookie decorators. Each baker can make 30 cupcakes in 2 hours. Each cookie decorator can decorate 25 cookies every 20 minutes. How many cupcakes are baked and cookies decorated in 1 hour? Okie dokie. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out, 4 bakers and 6 cookies. Each baker can make 30 cupcakes in 2 hours. Okay, so I have 30 cupcakes, all right, in 2 hours. That's over 1 hour, right? And so what we know now is that each baker, and you could have done this in your head, each baker makes 15 per hour, all right? And I know that I have 4 bakers. So I'm going to go my 15 cupcakes times my 4 bakers means I have 60 cupcakes baked an hour, okay? But I'm not done because I also need to figure out how many they can bake and decorate. And so I'm going to have my 25 cookies in 20 minutes over X times 60 minutes. I want to find out how many they can make in an hour, okay? And so that is going to give me 75 cookies in 1 hour. All right. Cookies decorated. And when I do that 75 times my 6 bakers, okay, I get 450 cookies. Okay, so when I add together my 60 cookies baked and my 450 cookies decorated, okay, I get a number of 510. Okay,